So in this round, we're going to see a lot of things we saw in the first round. We're going to see this. Anpo repeatedly using that jab to come down the center of Buakaw. Buakaw tends to use that forehead block on a lot of straight punches. Forehead block and extends the left arm. Buakaw's trying to track him down and cut the ring. But as he does, he's hip feinting from side to side. He's looking to line up a left kick. But as he goes, he tries to right kick. And Anpo just straight kicks down the middle whilst Buakaw is on one leg. Let's watch it again. That right hand falls short because Anpo circles away. And there's just a nice, quick push kick from Anpo. This is something that happens as you get backed up to the fence. Generally, it's a bad thing that your stance closes up. But one advantage is it allows you a front kick from that lead leg very quickly. That's beautiful defense from Buakaw. There's an inside kick and then a body kick, same side from Anpo. And he blocks the body kick with his back leg. Here we see Buakaw extending his combination in the pocket as Anpo loses his stance. That's the other end of the spectrum. As you get backed up to the ropes, you lose your stance, which makes it a lot more difficult to throw back and fire in combination. Although there he does hit that left hook as Buakaw leaves himself open after throwing his own right hook. There's a 1-2 left hook. He catches the gloves, but Buakaw's on one leg, so it kind of off balances him there. Buakaw looking to use that knee down the middle. That's how Buakaw guards. He'll extend his arms out. It invites his opponent to throw hooks around it, and as they do, he can get inside, he can grab his clinch and throw his knee. Buakaw trying to keep this steady pressure. Anpo trying to maintain the same distance that he's been doing for a lot of the fight. He uses that jab. He'll repeat his jab because Buakaw isn't trying to punish it straight away. There's a low kick and Buakaw answers with a left kick. That's something to consider. So as Anpo throws this right low kick, as he pulls it back into orthodox stance, his body's going to extend, so he goes right kick here. His body extends back, and as it's extending back, that leaves him open for the left kick. He moves off to his right, because it's unlikely Buakaw's going to fire that left kick again. They end up in a little clinch situation. See, Anpo had that kind of C-cup under the armpit of Buakaw to help him frame off and not get stuck in the clinch too long. There's another jab and a low kick from Anpo. Because Buakaw is kind of extending his stance, looking to punch a bit more. Anpo is landing his low kicks a bit more. And then again, we see Buakaw creating the collision, using his left kick to cut the ring off. He's not throwing that left kick as Anpo is circling away. Extended combinations from Anpo, a 1-2 body hook, and then a head hook off the same side. Really nice. So he digs to the body with a cross, then he goes 1-2 body hook, head hook, same side. Doesn't overthrow on any particular shot. Buakaw, on the other hand, really overthrows. He's looking to take the chin off of Anpo, and to be fair, he's getting close. It's kind of throwing his left hook like a left kick. Here, he walks in and gets caught with a left hook clean. Anpo's really good at keeping his gloves tight, and then just pulling the shoulder back as he throws his left hook, so he doesn't have to wind it up. There he caught him. He kind of feints a body hook and goes left hook up high, and they're exchanging hooks. Buakaw has this habit of leaning back at the waist, which has gotten him in trouble at certain fights, but it manages to allow him to lean back, people overextend, and then he can get inside and either throw his knee or he pushes off, keeps the range, and throws a left kick like this. Blocks 2 punches, throws his right hand, left body hook. He goes for the tie clinch, but he knows he can't get inside because Anpo's guard is really tight, so he just uses it as a push to get into that left kick. They end up in the clinch here and breaking off again. That's classic. Masato did that decades ago against Buakaw. Used that right hand, almost like a C-cup, as best as he can make with a boxing glove, under the armpit of Buakaw to stop Buakaw maintaining that left collar tie clinch. I know there's limited collar tie in the kickboxing, but it's important, even avoiding knees and avoiding the tie clinch, but avoiding him stifling your work. Buakaw's firing kicks off of both sides. He kicks and lands in and uses his left glove as a frame to throw his right straight. He's constantly using this left glove as a frame. This is a rare instance where we see Anpo going for the clinch, and we can see he does this because he's getting out of position, back along the fence, and he uses that clinch as last resort. And immediately we see Buakaw off-balancing Anpo from the clinch. Even though he doesn't throw any strikes, and the rule set can be a bit limiting in terms of clinch, it just stops Anpo getting comfortable and taking a rest there, that little foot sweep. Buakaw maintaining his forward pressure here. Anpo looking to circle off. And there, Buakaw throws a right kick. So Anpo circles the other way, and he throws a right kick. But there's a nice counter by Anpo. See how he rotates, so his back takes the brunt of the shot, and that sets him up to throw that right straight down the middle and do a decent amount of damage. Right hook round the guard and the left hook to the body by Buakaw, and they end up in the clinch again. Anpo much happier to end up in these close clinch situations as he's getting a bit more tired. There was a right knee and then a left hook. The best counter for a right knee is a left hook, but both landed there. There's an inside kick by Anpo, just trying to threaten the stance of Buakaw, as Anpo's stance itself is collapsed a bit by being against the ropes. Trading low kicks a lot. There's a nice hook cross by Anpo. That was a very nice way he did that, because he didn't load up into the hook and then throw a cross. He used the hook to pull himself into the cross, especially as Buakaw was still a bit square there after landing from the right low kick. Frames off, he doesn't want Buakaw to stifle his work. He keeps his hands tight, but Buakaw knees again. Another reason why Anpo gets a bit more tired in this fight is, yes, Anpo can use a lot of energy and fade in fights, but Buakaw's always hanging on him. He doesn't give him free clinches and he doesn't give him a free set of break. That's a very interesting combination there. A jab, hook, he switches stances and then throws the left wheel kick. Harder to land the left wheel kick against an orthodox fighter because that lead shoulder's in the way. But it's quite an interesting way how the left hook moves him into the wheel kick. But Buakaw's defense is too high level, as we'll see again. Jab, beautiful hook, it moves Buakaw's head towards it, but he can get that lead shoulder in the way, lean back and counter with a beautiful right kick. Leaning back at the waist, it's not something you'd normally advise, but if you've got the timing and the balls to do it against Anpo throwing wheel kicks at your head, not bad. Here's that double-handed catch by Buakaw. He feels he's too far away to throw the punch, so he just throws that leg kick, gets something off, and he's using that long hanger guard into the right hand left hook body. Leverages himself into the left hook body with the right hand. He's using that right kick, he misses the right kick, and he throws that spinning back fist. Not the most technical spinning back fist in the world, but it's just kind of like, keep off me. Because if Anpo rushed back into counter, he would have been caught by that spinning back fist. That spinning back fist can be used to clear the table. Artem Levin in his prime, there's that same kick, catch and return kick. Artem Levin in his prime is one of a really good examples of just throwing that spinning back fist, not as a dedicated strike as much, but just as a way to recover your stance, especially whilst using all these head movements. Inside kick from Anpo, partially checked. Framing off by Buakaw, they end up open stance a second, and that left hand for Anpo comes over. Uses his jab again. Anpo's really good at this. Sometimes we see you'll throw multiple hooks and multiple round kicks. So there's a big left, kind of overhanded shot. He keeps his guard tight there. He's throwing his hook. He lands his hook. And then after an exchange of hooks, just sticking the jab out. One of the best times to land the jab. It's not going to knock anyone out, but it's a solid shot. There, Buakaw leans back. His leaning back invites opponents to overextend and overthrow, to think they'll catch him. They think they'll catch him if they extend by an inch or two. But what that does is they overextend, then Buakaw's a master at taking the clinch like that. But Anpo fires off his knee before Buakaw can fire his knee. We're into the last 15 seconds or so of the round. Buakaw going to continue to walk him down. Anpo looks for that face teep. But Buakaw, it's another thing, he never gives him anything for free. He's always countering with the hook. He's always countering with something. He's always deflecting it and countering. Anpo with a nice check. Well telegraphed right kick for Buakaw, and then Buakaw checks. Beautiful low kick defense throughout this fight. Anpo again trying to use that left hook to lever into the right hand, but Buakaw, as we see here, gets his head off the center line. He just allows that left hook to pull his head off the center line and throw his own right straight. Really high level stuff. Taps away at his jab, nearly gets his head blitzed with a left hook head, and then throws a 1-2 left hook body again. Anpo is generally getting the better of the exchanges in terms of pure left hooks, but Buakaw was using his left hook to the body at good times. Using his left hook to the body as Anpo would get squared up into the ropes, lose his stance, and that would open his body up.